Hi everyone. As you can see, I've done Dark Alexander before. It was just a quick and dirty kill, nothing too serious. I even received damage. I wasn't really too keen on capping and all that stuff. I just wanted to get rid of it so I can have a rough estimate of what's going to happen in this fight. Well, let's dive right in now and finally cap the damage on this bad boy. Alright, let's go then. Oh, and by the way, this is the team I'm using. So, as you can see, I'm using this very specific team. Now, you might wonder why Sakura and Ibarra are in there. I will get to that in a second. It's on a dark tab, by the way. Don't mistake that this is a water damage team. And I want to get this out first and foremost. You could use Neovision's Cloud instead of Loren. On my very last attempt, I was super short on damage, and I believe the 100% innate Machina killer on Cloud might make a difference. But Loren's damage is a little bit higher than Cloud's, which is why I opted in for her. Alright, so let's check the gear one by one. So Eileen's regular form, it really does not matter that much. The only thing I really want to stress is you need 20% light and dark to 20% light and dark or more. It's up to you. Grimlord Secret takes care of the rest of it. Now the rear kickers, Eileen's Brave Shift form. I gave her Rising Sun. It's a Scorn Trial reward that has 75% Machina Killer on it, which is cool. She's also using some decent gear. Now, I would have loved a third Esther TMR. I don't have it, I only have two. So yeah, those are the abilities. As you can see, there is a lot of, there's two STMRs in here. One is from Cloud even. And War Goddess Insignia Plus is easy to get. And if you have Crown Prince Noctis, you can get Astral's protection easily. Now she's using the 4th anniversary card, not the best, but yeah, I'm kind of lacking in physical DPS cards these days. But we are probably getting Kingdom Hearts very soon, so that eliminates this problem. And in her Brave Shifted form, Eileen is at 225 Machina and 185 LB damage. Could have been more. You will see why in a minute or two. Well, in 10 minutes, technically, once I'm done. Okay. Oops, I should not have done that. Mastermind Zone. I made a mistake, apparently. Let me fix that. He gets Dark Ragnarok. So he is not passive provoke evading, which might be surprising. All he does is, or all he has is 100. Technically, he has only 20, needs only 20%, but I only changed pretty much his gearing so that he just chips in some little damage to the fight. But just make sure he has 20% light or dark or more. Now, Grimlord Sakura, her base form, we're gonna only spend turn 1 in it, but you still need 20% light or dark resistance. As you can see, nothing too serious here. Okay, now her Brave Shift form, as you can see, I do have a lot of magic on her. I gave her that Gambantein. She does sport a lot of good gear, as you can see. And she's also using Ibarra's Vision card. She has 70% Machina Killer, which is a little bit on the lower side. I do not have the Machina Killer materia from Edgar. Sadly, I need to pull him a few more times and not forget to get his TMR, but I'm out of Trust Moogles anyway. And she has, well, yeah, 70% Machina Killer, so she's just here to chain with Zorn anyway. Alright, Loren. I also forgot to equip her a weapon in her base form. which might be important for chaining on turn 1. You will get to see why. Let's just fix that. So brave shifted, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so what's important here, 20% light and dark. Oh, by the way, you also need to make sure everyone on the team is immune to blind. Now, I believe Loren is innately immune to blind. The only one who's not is Eileen. Now, you can have a work around this with Eileen, just put her on Ifrit. That's it. Yeah. So I also gave Loren 10,000 needles. You will see why on turn 2 of this boss fight. And she's on, well, a Vengeful Blow, which I haven't leveled because I spent all my characters on Assault's card for Kokurio. Alright, let's move on to her Brave Shift. Now she's using a lot of STMR, not STMRs, yeah, technically it's STMRs. So both the swords are STMRs, Storm Bunny Jacket is an STMR. It's a lot of Limit Burst. Let me just show you the abilities. As you can see, a lot of Limit Burst gear is used on her, as well as Battle Intelligence. That's the second copy, which I made especially for this attempt. And she has 150% Machina Killer. Now, please be mindful, if you were to use Cloud, which is a perfectly good substitute, Cloud would be at 250. But he probably has, he would have the same amount of LB damage. No, he would have less because you couldn't use or wouldn't be able to use either of these. Well, technically, yeah, you could use Supreme Sword of Light. It'd be fine. Or you'd use AC Clouds, TMR or STMR Fusion Sword that provides Limit Burst damage as well. But yeah, like I said, Cloud is a super good replacement for her as well. So those are the abilities, and she has, like I said, 150% Machina, 215 LB damage. And she will only shift into her into her LB form, not Limit Burst form, Brave Shift form on the last turn, which is turn 4. Now, Ibarra, she is, wow, I didn't realize she's minus 20 to dark. Huh. Anyways, it shouldn't matter. She dodges everything. Now, she's on Elena's vision card. I don't think this will ever change for Ibarra. So, non-brave shifted form, and she has a special role. As you can see, she is our passive provoke evasion tank for this fight. And those are the abilities. I had to swap Equip Sword off from Tifa, which hurt her damage a little bit, onto Ibarra, so she can equip Durandal. And in her Brave Shift, I also got Black Rosalia, which was no, I had for Zacharias, but I still had to spend a lot of resources for that. Meaning, yeah, spending resources is the whole theme of this Dark Vision. I'm gonna tell you that. She's using a lot of LB gear. She has the magical machine killer materia, using this one, and she is at 250% Machina Killer and 185% Limit Burst. Now technically she's not perfectly capped out on magic. This would go higher, but I just today got Black Rosalia and I'm going to run it through Item World once it returns. And it's a really good STMR, 50% boost to magic, 30% Limit Burst. I'd like to have a second one, but yeah, here we are, I guess. Alright, I will get a second one though, once I do get another Super Trust Moogle. And lastly, here's Tifa. Now, I didn't equip her any weapons, so she doesn't break chains, but I technically could, but I didn't. Just make sure she has 20% light and dark or more. She's on Bushido Freedom, which you will see in the video later in the video why we need that. And she's using Cloud's Vision card. Now her Brave Shift, now that I finally have equipped Greatsword, which is a perfect thing for me. I can use a Dark Lord. Now, I would have loved to have Advent Children Cloud for his fusion sword. I don't have him. Once I do have enough tickets, UOC tickets, I will get him from those and have a good limit burst substitute. All right. This is the gear she's using. As you can see, she's using a lot of STMRs over here, right? So it's her own, it's scanning goggles, it's Storm Bunny Jacket. Nuke virus software. I didn't know I had this, but it provides 25% Machina Killer, which is cool. Leaf Journal, or Leaf's Journal, and those are the abilities. As you can see, pretty decent. And she has 275% Machina Killer and 200% limit burst damage. Now, the optimal strategy would be having Near Vision Adele's vision card, but I do not have Adele, sadly, which is why I'm using Clouds. Alright, that is the team. Okay, so I'm gonna make a cut because I do not know if this will cap or not, but it should. This team is very safe. And like I said again, you can swap out Loren for Cloud. It's probably going to make things easier. I just wanted to try it with Loren because I like her sprite. Alright, let me make the cut and then we'll see each other in just a second. Alright, let's do this and hopefully finally finish Dark Visions once and for all for the month of October. In November. Alright. So the boss first and foremost buffs himself up for 3 turns. We technically can't damage him at all. But what we can do is get rid of the chain score first and foremost. Alright, so Eileen's gonna use Pile Diver. Plus, Loren is going to use Blade of Devotion 3 times. Ibarra will just guard. Tifa is going to use Wave Spike 3 times. And Mastermind Zone, Catch Me If You Can, Lethal Virus 3 times. We'll chain the 4 of them to get a 109 score. And get the chain score up and running. Because the final turn where we kill the boss is only a 68. Chain. Now Grimlord Sakura will Grim Candy Master. She will Candy Treat and Candy Feast. Candy Feast provides 100% resistance to light and dark. Okay, now from here on out the fight gets a little bit more interesting. Because the boss is going to imperil us to dark by 100. No, he's going to imperil us to dark and light. I don't know how much, but we're imperiled. And that is why Loren is going to use 10,000 needles. So everyone on the team has 1 stack of Mirage. Mastermind Zone, because he's really cool, he will use Stealth. He will remove himself for 1 turn from the fight. And thus preserve the 100% light and dark resistance buff from Sakura. Meanwhile, Tifa is going to use Bushido Freedom on herself and thus remove all the debuffs and especially the Imperil from the team. Sadly, we also use all our buffs, but that is fine. Now, Sakura will shift and use Grim Burst, Eclipse Ward, which is why I told you in the intro that you need 20% to light and dark. Oh, I hate this bug. Right. Grim Burst, Eclipse Ward. She would also use Grim Ethereal Haunting on herself for the Dark Imbue and Grim Dark Edge to boost her magic by 300%. Eileen will use Revamped Arms for the physical and magical 100% Machina Killer. It's mainly for Ibarra at this point. Ibarra though, she will guard. Okay. Now, the boss does his thing. Zorn returns to the fight and his job is now spreading all the goods. But first and foremost, Eileen will shift. And now I should mention, I have one hurdle to overcome here, which I cannot overcome unless I spend 75 euros, and that is expert weapon engineer. Now, mine's only at level 2, which means I'm missing 50% on the killers because the maximum level is 75, and I'm also missing a 25% limit burst because the level 5 ability of this grants 100%. Yeah, not cool. But I also miss the mental driver at level 5. I believe this is only at level 5 where it goes to 84%, because mine certainly doesn't. Let's check if I'm correct. So mental diver on level 2, no, it only increases the damage, I see. Okay, so we'd still get the 84% death and spirit break. Anyways, yeah. Still missing the weapon master ability is kind of hurtful, or painful I should say. So we're going to do this in this order. Mental driver first, solid breaker second, and custom drill. Custom drill provides 300% killer by the attack boost, by the way. Okay, now Loren will also get ready. Well, technically we don't need Loren for this fight, but her LB is quite bonkers. Now, if this fails, I might actually use Cloud, because the difference between Loren and Eileen is just 1% regarding the breaks, that is. Okay, and she's gonna use Blade of Devotion 2 times. Ibarra will also get ready. She's gonna Bewitching Figure, Debilitating Allure, Spiritual Possession, although we don't need to, and Occult Rival. Tifa will shift and use Awakened Fighting Spirit. Grim Lord Sakura will Limit Burst for the 130 Dark Imperil. And Mastermind Zorn will now Reflector. Critical Mirror on Eileen for the 300% attack buff and a 200% physical machine killer. And Elemental Mirror on Sakura. Oh, also, by the way, no, that doesn't matter. The 100% magical killer was AoE to everyone. Yeah, but he also elemental mirrors on Sakura for the Dark Imbue, and lastly he will share the love with everyone. Okay, now let's see. So the boss does his thing, we don't care. And now we will go ahead and kill the boss with lots of LBs. So, Eileen limit bursts. Loren shifts and limit bursts. Ibarra shifts and limit bursts. Tifa is shifted and limit bursts. While Zorn and Sakura use their bolting strike families to beat the chain rolling, or initiate a chain at all. Alright, the way how this goes is Mastermind Zorn and Grimlord Sakura go in first, Ibarra, Loren and Eileen in this order follow up, and Tifa finishes last. Alright, let's go, hopefully cap this and move on. Alright, let's see how we did. I finally capped. Oh my god, it's over. Rank 1 Dark Visions. That was way too costly, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Cool, nice bug, but I don't mind. I'm rank 1. So what did all of this cost? Just to recap, I used my Omniprism on Esther. I used a Super Trust Moogle on Esther. I used another Super Trust Moogle on I don't know whom. I got the a second STMR for Regina. I did get another Umbral Dark Fina from tickets for Kokurayu. I used way too many resources, and just to give you an idea of how much resources I used up just for this Dark Visions, I'm gonna show you. because it's ridiculous. I mean, look at the amount of 10% trust Moogles. This is all that's left. And I had 50 of those. And I had 10 50% trust Moogles. They are all gone. And I mean, I can show you here. This is all that's left. I had more than 100 trust Moogles before this Dark Visions. It's all gone. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm gonna be honest here. And I will probably not be able to keep up on the next Dark Visions, because if anything, I'm gonna be out of resources for that one. I'm probably not gonna recuperate on all of that. So yeah, I don't know if this was worth it, but we'll see. I mean, the rewards are nice and all, but we will get the rewards very, very late into the month. It's going to be the end of November. Well, it probably won't matter anymore, because we are likely to get Kingdom Hearts either this week, well, on Thursday, or the first day thereafter. And the week where we do get these rewards is the last week of November, where it's gonna be Black Friday units probably. So yeah, but at least I do get one Super Trust Moogle back from the 100 tickets. It's something, I guess. Anyway, that really wasn't worth it, I believe. I mean, I got some nice gear in the process, but yeah, not quite sure I can keep up with this. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you reached rank 1 way easier than me. And if you're looking for a substitute for Loren, I think Cloud is better than this. He has 100% machine killer innately, while Loren doesn't, but Loren deals more damage than him, so I guess it's your choice. Alright, enough rambling around. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck on Dark Visions number 7. See you, well, Thursday for the next pull day. Goodbye.